Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today the plan is to go to fight the Swine God in the Warrens, mainly because we have this lovely little buff. Fresh air in the tunnels, plus 15% damage in the Warrens on the next quest, so we're going to be doing a lot of extra damage to him. However, when I put my team together that I actually wanted to fight with him, I'm not actually going to be doing a lot of raw damage to him, but it'll help nonetheless. So we're going to be going in with a bleeding team actually. Surprise, surprise, I like my bleeding teams. Front row, we have Killer the Dreamer. She's gonna mainly be using sleep paralysis to stun, mark the target, and maybe pull. I mean, that's for getting there. And then the finger, 8 bleed for 3 rounds plus 100% bleed amount versus marked. And then cremation if I want to clear corpses plus 100% damage per corpse cleared. If I'm not fighting on that, I'm mainly gonna be using a shifting slash plus 60% damage for shifting slash just to do damage and Force of Will for the riposte. Then for her trinkets, we have the Thirsting Blade, which does plus 10% damage versus bleeding, 10 crit versus bleeding, and 10 accuracy versus bleeding. Also gives her plus 15% bleed chance on melee hit, which is anything that is in her normal mode, not her, I think it's dreaming mode. I always get her modes mixed up, so I think this is dreamer mode, and then the mode that uses cremation, echoes of woe, sleep paralysis, and the finger is lucid mode. You know, the ones that use these regular moves is all the on melee hit stuff. Will have a chance to bleed, 1 for 3 rounds, then on melee hit, self-stress plus 1. And then we have the Whip of Domination on her, just because extra bleeding stuff, so 25% damage versus bleeding, plus 30% bleed chance, plus 33% bleed duration, minus 20% bleed resistance for minus 40% bleed resistance chance, bringing her down to a 50 bleed resistance total, and then minus 10% max HP. We're then going to have Serena, the Krakenslayer, who I'm going to change things up on a little bit during the actual fight itself. Actually, we'll just do this. So she's going to have Blood in the Water, do, just normal bleeding damage, 2 for 6 rounds, debuffing the target for blight and bleeding duration received. She's then going to have Ebb and Flow for healing herself, giving herself a block. Blood Hunter to mark all bleeding targets for their bleeding duration, helping with, the finger and some stuff for later. And then plus 2 speed per bleeding target, plus 4 crit for a bleeding target, and 17% bleed chance. And then we're also going to have Skewer, which is going to be her bread and butter. So bleed 5 for 1 round, and then after target attacks, bleed 5 for 1 round again. We then have Red Hook on her, so plus 33% bleed amount, plus 25% bleed chance, but minus 50% bleed resistance, so her bleed resistance goes down to 40%. Then we have Sunken Idol, so Skewer's limit here is removed. It's not uses per battle 1 as long as she doesn't miss. And then Skewer does 3 damage to herself instead of having a limit. We then have Junia the Vestal with Judgment to heal herself while she attacks, Dazzling Light to stun, Divine Grace as a single target heal, and Divine Comfort as an AoE heal, as well as Script of the Divine to buff everyone's damage and crit, because on hit applies to targets of all AoE skills. So if I use Divine Comfort, that gives everyone the plus 15% damage and 1 crit for the off chance of minus 3 healing done. However, Tome of Holy Healing gives Divine Grace plus 3 healing done and Divine Comfort plus 2 healing done. So that kind of outweighs that. And finally, we have Chill Chuck. Mark weak point to bypass stealth and mark, upping crits and damage received. Jugular Shot, bypassing stealth. 3 for 3 bleed, plus 60% bleed chance versus marked, and a 200% extra bleed amount versus marked, meaning that's going to be a 9 bleed for 3 rounds on a marked. We then have Blinding Knives on him, also bypassing stealth, so a lot of his stuff bypasses stealth, giving him another 3 for 3 bleed, also giving plus 18 crit versus marked and debuffing your accuracy by 20. And finally, Guide Attack if I want to clear stun, also giving plus 6 damage, 100 accuracy, 16 crit, and allowing them to bypass stealth. Then finally for his trinkets, we have a Murder Humanities from the Ringmaster trinket set, which gives him plus 66 bleed duration versus marked, plus 100% bleed amount versus something that's already bleeding, and 30% bleed chance versus something that's already bleeding. Now he will get minus 10 dodge versus size 2 and minus 20% stun resistance. Then the Bicorn Horn plus 40% debuff chance, everything from Mark Weak Point and Blinding Knife will land easier, as well as debuffs on Bicorn Horn. He's going to have less of a virtue chance, and then unranged hit, which is basically everything he has. Debuff target for 25% less bleed and blight resistance, and minus 10% stun resistance. So plan is to basically hit him a few times to mark him, then rip apart his resistances, and then finally just kind of bleed the ever-living heck out of him. I did kind of want to throw the pre-digestive acids on. However, that's kind of what the bicorn horn already does. Because if I can find it here, I just got the pre-digestive acids last round, or last mission. So this is 20 bleed resistance down, and this is 25. So I mean, this would make the debuffs stack easier, but it's kind of whatever. This makes it so that his personal debuffs land easier, and I don't think I'm going to have a hard time landing Blood in the Water's debuff, which is the only other debuff I'm gonna be landing, was kind of my thought there. So that's why I didn't put that on, which was the trinket I got in the last episode. So we'll go with that. I'm gonna upgrade some stuff because I didn't realize some stuff was rank 4 still, and then we'll be off.
The great thing I had managed to bring through was brutish and stupid. Moreover, it required prodigious amounts of meat to sustain itself. But this was only a trifling concern. After all, I had a village full of it.
A nameless abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be destroyed.
So I brought these Anathenum ribbons, mainly for Serena and Chilchuck, just so that their debuffs would stick a little easier. So let's be off. I'm gonna go up to this curio here, but then I'm gonna go to the fights. Just because I am... Ooh. I'm gonna put this on Serena just because she does a little bit more damage. So now she does plus 30% damage until camp. Now I'm gonna want to see if I can get that all the way to the boss. Just because I'm mainly trying to find some of the wandering bosses here in the Warren still. There's a few that are wandering around if I recall correctly. Oh, I need her in rank 3 and 4 for that. Alright, well, now I know. Well, we're gonna ebb and flow for the block, and we're gonna do something about that. I can change things up mid-run because this still works. We're going to mark weak point on the otherworldly image, just to take him down faster because he can block. He is Eldritch, so this is going to do more damage to him.
Weakened.
I plan things out and then don't really like follow through with the plan because I don't read the actual like slots half the time. You can't tell. So we're gonna jugular shot him, take him out.
The fiend falls. A faint hope blossoms.
Skewer the Thunderer. Oh, that's bad. I thought about bringing the training ribbon so that this wouldn't miss. That's bad. I can't use Skewer anymore. This fight, at least. We're gonna go Flesh Eater then. I probably should have opened up with the riposte on her. But I wasn't really thinking because my mind instantly went to the Skewer and how to resolve that. Marking the Flesh Eater. Yeah, I can't use that anymore since it missed. Blood in the Water, get him bleeding. Now Chilchuck can absolutely rip this thing apart. Owie.
And now
Owie.
the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Plus healing received, please. I was gonna say, if that death blows me, I'm gonna be so mad at myself. Alright, Chilchuck, jugular shot, please. bleeding for 15. Blood in the water. Really, Serena? Alright, force of will this and get your reposed. Jugular shot him. I think I win. They both bleed out. Yeah, we're gonna heal her again. And we're good.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Serena! I mean, I know blood in the water is not the biggest accuracy move, but you missed a 120.
Their cursed champion falls.
I had like really high hopes for you for this boss. This is not how this is gonna go. Or we're in trouble. Oh, I'm actually in trouble because Handle Light and Mace Bash are at level 1. Oh boy. I'm in trouble. I suppose having Illumination on actually isn't the worst thing in the world. And I'll still have Divine Grace on just in case something happens and I need to have Serena go forward. I suppose that grog really got to her, huh? Alright, mark weak point on
Powerful blow.
armor. That way, you know, I can take him out. In the meantime, go at Shag. Oh, Eye Claw. Go at the Eye Claw, please. Then stun the Slayer. If that's how this run is gonna go, I'm screwed.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Jugular shot. Bleeding for 9 of his 17. I think he went down.
Is broken. Maintain the offensive.
The problem is, that's gonna be the strongest heal we have. Hey, chill? You can't do too much, right? Because if I move you forward, the strongest bleed you're gonna have is Blinding Knife. Gotcha. Which, I mean, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, come to think of it. Probably should have healed.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it. Confidence surges.
All right.
Enemy crumbles.
How we're gonna handle this is that
Success.
she can nom on some food.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
And I'll get some food here. Cool. I'll force a will, get the riposte, hit the flowers. I'm not pronouncing those names. What do I want to mark? Let's mark Leech. 'Cause if I remember right, he can just pass the bleeding on to someone, yeah? Get him bleeding. Try to stun him. That way, you know, he doesn't do something wonky.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Okay, I may need to rethink some of this stuff. That minus healing received is really gonna hurt. Okay, I have an idea. Alright. So, for now, mark weak point on Slayer. He takes more damage. Not sure what I'm going to do about these two. Heal everyone. No, 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 no.
A hand's breadth from becoming on.
Junior goes down, this entire thing is screwed. We're gonna blood in the water, hit the Slayer.
Continually
Okay, good, good.
Destroy.
Now, you, Bastion of Hope, guard Junior. Once again, Junior goes down, we're screwed. Just start taking these things out. Debuff for bleed amount received. Blood in the water. It bleeds out. Hit this one. Now Junior's gonna have to survive.
Survival is a tenuous proposition in this sprawling tomb.
That's my luck, folks.
A death.
That was my fault, though. That was my fault.
Well struck.
Okay.
Foolish horrors.
How are we gonna do this?
Brought
How are
low
we gonna
and
do
driven
this?
into the mud.
This is still possible, yeah? Still possible. I just can't use skewer. Thoughts. So, take the money, take the money. We're gonna avoid these fights, we're gonna go up. Gonna get rid of what we can on Killer. Fear of Unholy, cool. We still have the plus 30% damage buff on her. We're gonna go up. So I want to avoid this. Then if everything looks good, we can go to the secret door. Okay, chill, please. Thank you. Bandage. See what we can find here.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Carried home.
Use this, take the money, leave the jade. Okay, they can eat. We're at full health. So I want to take a look at skills one more time here, because if I do this wrong, we are very, very screwed. Chill can use Blinding Knife. In this row, that's actually good for lowering accuracy. Otherwise, we still can do Mark, Weak Point, and Jugular Shot for the mark and the bleed and all that jazz. Once I pull off Blood in the Water, once I can do Blood Hunter to mark everything for the bleed duration, and then he is essentially marked for good, and I just need to keep Keller alive long enough to keep using the finger on him, and maybe use sleep paralysis once or twice. So I don't need to change skills around. I think I'm good. Okay, okay. Just do it without healing. Just do it without healing. We're fine. We're
Radiant,
fine.
may we find victory. It is a travesty. A blundering mountain.
Now, hopefully, that's not a thing. I should have came in here with using holy waters. Now, Chilchuck does have a little bit of dodge, so hopefully, at least he lived. We're gonna force a will for the riposte. Blood in the water for the lead duration. There we go. Oh, even with the thing there. Okay, gonna get lead resist down off of us. Then we're gonna mark weak point on him. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We're just gonna go straight into jugular shot. I need to lower his accuracy first. There we go. I wanted to do Blood Hunter. So I need to move back. And that gives her an Aegis, which is great. Blocked. Yep. Dodge that. Great. Blood Hunter. Now he's marked for the entire battle. Jugular shot. Start spamming this. Get him bleeding. He's bleeding for 21. Waking Nightmare. Finger. Bleeding for 37. I'm really hoping he would miss with that.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Blinding Knife. I needed accuracy even lower. So accuracy minus 40. And then Wilbur ended us. Really, man. Alright, Serena, get him bleeding for more. Bleeding for 46. We can bandage. Death blow resistance is a myth. It's a myth.
More ashes. More disappointment.
He's bleeding for 46. I need to ebb and flow for the Aegis. Otherwise, I'm not making it.
Injury and despondency
Arena can do this.
set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
We just lost 3 legends. Like, they were huge and instrumental to getting me to this point, and then Swine God just took him out. He bleeds out. Wilbur left.
How many rats will it take to gnaw through a ton of putrid flesh?
I'm assuming we're stunned, which is not great. He has 35 health. I'm assuming we're not going to get double stunned here.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Popping that so we don't get stunned as often. 36 dodge is going to get me.
perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Come on, Serena. Okay, that. Ebb and flow for the heal on the Aegis. That'll buy me some time. Although 200% damage. Focused. There we go. Come on.
A moment
Mono a mono.
in the eye of the storm.
The fact that he gets 2 squeals here is bad for me. Oh, and then he stunned us.
As life ebbs,
This is not going to end well. I need to, like, hit him and then take him out.
masterfully executed.
The bleed takes him out. I just need to have her
Death waits.
live through the final squeal, which that should have been his final squeal. I don't understand why he lived through that. Oh, man.
Expedition at least promises success.
Serena lived. Oh, we lost so much there. Now, Junia was due to my very, very poor planning. The other two were just due to my bullheadedness. I'm willing to admit all of that. That is all on me. Do not get that wrong. Swine God down though. Wilbur's flag. Awesome trophy. Plus 10 dodge, 50% stun resistance. Serena proving that she is a legend. Took out the last little bit of the Swine God. Took out Wilbur one-on-one. Man.
I was lord.
And I don't blame people after that showing.
Crows and rats made
2
it.
less recruits than usual. And none of the recruits are people I need, because I'm pretty sure I still have my Seraph. That hurts. Yeah. And Bigsby is still with us. Youch. The roster just keeps getting shorter. Where is Bigby? Bigby. I know I'm blind, but come on. Alright, there we go. Anything here? No, not really. Okay. There is another boss still in the Warrens. I just need to level it up. I need to level up the wheel and the Coviet, and there's still the boss left in the ruins. So there is a lot left. I just need to unlock them and not have as many people die with my stupidity. Which probably means leveling up some of these people again. That's probably what I'm going to be doing next time. Starting with these apprentices, I think. Because I really want to get Oliver to higher levels. And if I can get the Trapper and the Forlorn up and running again, that would be great. I'm not sure like how I'm gonna get these people up and running, but this is probably going to be the group I'm gonna be using, and we'll figure something out from there. But yeah, that'll be it for this time, and then next time kind of expect leveling up people again, hunting around for the very large amount of people that have died on the roster to fill their places, and continue from there. So that'll be it for this time. As always, I wish you all well. See you next time, please. Have a good one.